Okay, welcome in everybody. We're going to be drawing some art. Namely, we're going to be drawing art of Rose, one of my longtime OCs from back in 2006. And I just felt like drawing her yesterday. So, that's what we're doing. Um, Depending on how it goes, I may also draw a freebie. Don't hold me to it because I'm not sure how long this one's going to take. I'm going to go ahead and get some music going here. Second. I don't know how you activate streamer mode, but we'll do this instead. What the heck? That, um, that's a good emote. Hey, Danger Butt, welcome in. Okay, okay. Mocha had a bit of a fit over there. Honey, are you alright? Can't make up my mind if I want her to have ears that flow into her hair, or if I want her hair ears to be separate. Kind of lost where I was going with the pose slightly. Baby. She gets up. She's on my lap. She raised her head up. I was like, oh. Yes, baby. uh, what are you doing? Mm. Where should I put her left arm? I'm drawing complete blank on where to put her left arm. Hmm. Yeah, kind of like she's lounging. If we want to put a reference on, maybe just like a beanbag or something. Like an oversized beanbag. I don't know. Reoccurring to me that I cannot draw anatomy for shit. Aw, dang, dude. Fuck that whole thing. The only thing that turned out good were the legs. What can I say? She knows how to have a good time. I don't know. She's inviting her husband to bed. I personally offended myself with how I said that. She's inviting her husband to bed, not to bed. What are you, like 7? Fucking hate anatomy, dude. I always have so much shit with anatomy. Right now, it just feels like her chest is too wide. Her husband is Jackson. Yeah. Yes, Ben. They're separate. Sorry. Something just feels wrong. Flip the upper elbow. Is that really it? Is her chest not the size of a refrigerator? Like, I don't understand what how do I fuck this up? My head also feels too big. I think I fixed it. I hope. Her body still feels totally wrong to me, but I'm just gonna roll with it, I guess. Motherfucker calls himself an artist. Can't draw a damn rib cage combination. Come on, Pogo. Hmm. Agree. Probably my favorite song out of the whole thing. As far as its original soundtrack, that is. Just wish I could play it. Not really motivated to anymore. Well, I was thinking, what would she even be wearing to bed? I don't know. No, I don't. I don't have it on me. Oops, I included the list. Sorry. One moment. Guess, you know, a nightgown can have no sleeves, right? I don't think she would prefer sleeves anyway. Damn, dude. Made a squoob. Nobody gonna question me on that. Sorry. Like squoob. Hydrate, okay. Hey Nanimo, welcome in. Give her the stuff. Oh. I hope you're doing well tonight. Gosh. Man, stretching anymore, I have to be really careful not to get a cramp in my neck. Whoops. Nice. Whoops, number 2. Gotta say though, as far as head shape goes, I think I nailed it. I've drawn enough Salukis to know where it goes. Now, if only I can get that to happen with bodies, we'd be in business. She is staring a hole through Jackson. You better get in his bed and cuddle. The time for the cuddles is now. Oh, I love Rose so much. She's so simplistic, but she's so pretty. She was the OG. Well, not really. Jackson came first. But still, she's one of the OGs. Like, literally the next day, I drew her. The next day after creating Jackson. But the OG and dog, yep. I need to get some more artwork of her, like in general. She is a simplistic character, and I don't think too many people would mind drawing her. I'd really like to stop coughing. Which, by the way, if anybody's is interested, maybe, I'd like to buy some art from you. Maybe draw this pretty girl. So I don't have to. I'm joking. But not really. Like, I would not mind paying someone to draw some art of her. She only has one notable marking, which is not even visible half the time. So, like, outside of that, she just has white, you know, mostly white fur with black ear tips. A bouquet of roses. Yeah. Her notable, like, marking is a little heart-shaped black spot on, like, right above her tail. That's it. Like, she's just really simple. So you would think with a name like Rose, more red themes would be on her, but no. Her eyes are purple. And she prefers purple. Though she also doesn't mind pink as an apparel thing. Like she'll wear pink. Because originally in her very first drawing that I did of her back in 2006, she was wearing a pink shirt with a rose on it. And about 8 or 9 years later, I redrew her in that same outfit. Just as a way of, like, celebrating. Hang on. I can't just say this stuff and not show it. I'm gonna save this right quick. I'm gonna go digging through my stuff. Start digging like a dog. Okay. Well, I guess this is the best way to show it. Oh. That was odd. Okay. Where is that even located? It's not allowing me to upload that. Hold on. Go to... Where is it? Open file location. Okay. Oh my god, that's in 2015. Oh my god. Alright, here you go. Fucking stop. You can upload this. Paint Tool Side 2 is being a bitch. Hold on. Documents. Here. It will not upload it. It won't open it for some reason. It's just saying, okay, it's just saying internal error. I don't know what's happening here. I'm kind of worried. copy paste onto canvas? I probably could, but it's not allowing me to open it at all. Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's like a freaking time lapse. This is Rose in 2006. And then I redid that picture sort of in 2015. So this was in October 23rd, October 22nd. Yeah, so she took Z's hair. Yeah, it's basically baby pictures. But you can see it right there. That's how I used to draw in 2006. I keep wanting to say 2006. That's not how you say that. And just incredible. Stuff. Hmm? Yep, there goes my shirt. Between congestion and like burping, half the time I can't breathe. Joking. But yeah, so I think if we were to either hit the sub goal or the follower goal, whichever one we hit first, I will dedicate a day to going over my entire like old DeviantArt page. That has the majority of what's on that website is traditional art that I made. Not all of it is there, but most of you have never even seen my traditional art from back then. I feel like that would be a treat. And of course, Jackson and Rose are included. You know, as well as others. You know what's the wildest thing about seeing a page that's that old? You think you know how you were back in the day, and you go into like, at least for myself, when I go and I read some of the comments and stuff I said in journals back in the day on DeviantArt, I was just like, what the hell was wrong with me? You know? Like hell, when I redid my Fur Affinity page to make it promote my Twitch channel, I didn't know what the hell what I was talking about anymore. Because like it was like looking at a time capsule, and the person I was reading comments and shit from was like talking about stuff I don't even remember what train of thought I was in. You know? part of me wonders if there would ever be a chance that I could go back and like recover my old MSN messages. That would be scary. I only say scary because a lot of those friends I'm not really in contact with anymore. And I would see, you know, potentially nostalgic or, I don't know, emotional things. And I'm like, yikes. I know one person, we lost contact with each other for a while, and he was a huge Sonic fan. And, carried it all the Skype, and the Skype data, you had to get it by start of this year before they deleted it. Oh, well then yeah, those conversations are probably long gone then. But, I know at some point MSN would save them to your disk. Like, conversations. You could, save them to your disk. But this was like on an old laptop. I wonder if I somehow revived that laptop and kept it running, if I could, like, pull something up. Dude, that's gotta be something I do someday. That's an entirely different time capsule in itself. I have an old laptop over there. It's not like the one that definitely not the one that I lost all that data on. But it's a different laptop that I had around the era of 2006... 2008 to 2013 era. Like, that laptop is really old. I wonder if I can somehow salvage it and, you know, take the hard drive out. Dude, why haven't you done that yet? What the fuck? Sorry, I'm fussing at myself. I could have totally pulled the hard drive out of that thing. I don't guarantee what's going to be on it, but damn, I really want to find out now. Yeah, well, basically what I'm getting at, though, is that computer that I lost so many years ago, like decades ago, that is not this computer. It's a different one. It's the one that came after. Oh, yeah. I just hope... Now, hold on. So that computer is literally 10 plus years old. Is there a potential that the hard drive just is unreadable after a certain point? Like, will it degrade? I could be getting overhyped for no reason because the hard drive may have been took. I don't know what even is going on with that hard drive right now. Brand, welcome in, Brand Muffin. Look at my pretty dog. Also, look at the pretty dog that existed in 2006. Same dog. Okay, I heavily doubt anything got inside the housing of the disc. So yeah, I might very well be able to pull data off of that disc, provided that I didn't format it. Which there's apps that can help pull data from being reformatted. It's just not perfect. I.e., like the time that I lost nearly 2 years of data 1 year because of Windows fucking up, and it like messed everything up. It was 100% my fault. Like, I should have been paying attention. I guess, provide a little story for that. So at some point, I lost close to 2 years of data. It was because I was installing Windows 10 and thought that Windows would not delete. Okay, so when I ended up with a virus because I was downloading a driver or a Bluetooth adapter or some shit. My computer couldn't support it, so what I ended up downloading was a virus by accident, out of desperation. And when this happened, I had to format the computer. And when I formatted the computer, I thought to myself, well, just go ahead and upgrade to Windows 10 and say fuck it, because Windows 7 or whatever I was on was starting to lose support. So I said, fuck it. And Windows said that it was going to leave everything intact, everything was going to be where it left it, and all that other shit. But here's the thing, when you reformat a drive to, you know, reinstall Windows, it creates a backup of what was already on the disk into a folder called windows.old. And when I went to install Windows 10, it said it was not going to touch anything, but in fact, what it did was create another Windows old that was empty. So it effectively deleted everything, regardless. So I was like, well, fuck. I had to find a way to get all that data back. And I only salvaged, like, a portion of it. I've probably said that story before, but I know there's new ears in here, so I'm gonna say it again. Generally speaking, data loss made me go out of my way to create, you know, to have some kind of cloud service. So I took OneDrive for a while. And, I mean, by a while, I had OneDrive for probably close to 4 or 5 years. But after a point, OneDrive kept trying to re-enable itself, and I said, like, it kept wanting to, like, re-enable automatic uploads from my desktop, documents, pictures, and etc. And I'm like, bro, you are literally breaking every program that runs off of those locations. Like, and it got to the point where it did it again, and I was without internet for a while, and it fucking, like, kept me from doing anything because I needed internet. And I'm like, you are gone. You are done. It's like, you are not doing this again. Freaking auto uploading bullshit. I downloaded literally 300 gigabytes of all of my backups that I had. And this is like data that goes as far back as 2006, sometimes 2005, like on rare occasion. Like, this data goes way back. But now it has opened my eyes to something else that's going on. OneDrive still has all that data, which is fine. It can stay there. But I really do need to consider getting a physical drive of some variety. And I don't want it to be an HDD. I am so done with those. Like, no, I don't want an HDD anymore. They take forever to upload stuff to. And I literally have to upload over 300 gigs of stuff. Like, no. It's not gonna be easy. Dropbox and good storage for limited use. Yeah, that's fine, but, like, I used Dropbox for a little while, too. I just, I don't know. I just don't need that data going anywhere. This is stuff that goes way back. So then a practical person would be like, how could you possibly end up using data from literally 2005? I don't have to use it. Just having access to it is what is important, you know? And someday, depending on the content, and as long as it's not like any personal information or something, I may be able to share it with y'all. But, you know, like, when I was trying to dabble in video game making, like with a program called Game Editor before what was that other game? Game Maker? Before Game Maker really took off, there was a thing called Game Editor, which I don't even know what the hell kind of language it was trying to use to program its games, but I was winging it, and I made some platformers and some shmups, but they were all really newbie and shit. So, good luck ever getting that project open on something like Windows 11, but you can at least play the game, the executable. It just might make your computer wig out in some rare cases, because you could set the resolution of your game to custom amounts, and that can kind of freak out your monitor, especially in this day and age where everything is like set to either 1080p or whatever. So it's like custom resolutions like that still kind of can exist on Windows 11. I've launched one of my old games on this computer. It was Air Encounter Survival, I think. It was one of my shmups. But what you drawing? I'm drawing a dog. Her name is Rose. I created her back in 2006. But yeah, so one of my old shmups I managed to get loaded up on this computer, and it made my monitor freak out a little because it was like, what the fuck is this resolution? And then it worked. But anyway, I'm blabbing. The point is, the reason why I have that data isn't exactly, like, I don't really need a reason. I guess just to have it is the most important thing, is knowing it's there, knowing it's safe, because God knows I have had way too much data loss. And when I have like data loss that is literally unable to be achievable again, it's like losing a family member. It's like, ow. I'm glad this pose is actually shaping up now. It's a Rose pose. I was really doubtful about this pose. I still feel like 3-2-1 data backup rule. What is, huh? What is that? Yee, thank you. Yeah, I was really struggling to get it to look right, and I think finally it's shaping up to be decent. Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, 3 copies. Okay, so like technically I have another external hard drive that has it on there. I also have a solid state drive that came straight from my laptop, which downloaded my entire cloud. So it's there too. and also on my current solid state drive in this computer. So I technically have multiple copies of the same stuff on different discs. So I guess I don't really need to do that, huh? Like I've got, like I can pick up. I've got it on my desk. I've got the solid state drive that has all the data, like right here. Let's say I'm going to. I gotcha. Wait, why is chat not showing up? Oh, I guess it just disappeared. On the overhead, you know, up there. Right. So yeah, I think I have enough copies of that data from like 2006, 5, whatever. But I still really wish I had that data from that older laptop that got thrown away. You probably weren't here for that story, Bran. Do you mind if I just call you Bran like Itsune does, or do you have another name? I'm gonna go ahead and explain the story to you, because it happened on my it happened on my little stream, which was like the story of my life. So some of the people who were there for that are going to hear this again. I'm sorry. So a long time ago, I had this laptop where I made anything from music to art. I would upload my art to it through a printer, like I would scan it in. And I would also make music and stories on it as well. It was my earliest creations pertaining to the furry community, which at that time I didn't even know the furry community existed. I thought I was just part of like this little fan club that liked to draw canine characters. They call me Brian or Bran. Bran Muffin. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I can call you Bran or Brian. I'll call you Brian. So that old computer had like a lot of pretty much priceless data on it, because I don't remember any of those songs, for one. Like, my earliest creations in music were on that laptop, and I don't remember anything about what they sounded like. Only like 2 or 3 songs was salvaged because they were part of my old game projects. You know, like I was saying, I created some shmups and some platformers sometimes. Yeah. The ones that I included into those little gaming projects are the only ones that made it from that disc. Something happened to my battery, and it caused it to melt the plastic on the inside of the charging port and would no longer accept a charge because you couldn't put the plug in. And when that happened, my mom took it to the shop, and she was supposed to keep in contact with the guy, but at the time, cell phones were still using minutes, like currency. You know, like you would call for a little bit, and if you ran out, that was it. You had to refill or just don't call anybody at all. Things like Singular Wireless and Track Phone were like real big, but yeah. So she didn't have minutes for a while, and the guy, I guess, called her a couple of times, gave up, waited for her to respond back. She didn't, and then he said, well, I've got to clean out my office at, you know, or whatever, with all these computers that nobody's coming to get, mine included, and he threw it away. I came in a year or 2 later asking if he still had it, and he said, very unlikely. because he cleans out his office like once every 3 months. And I was like, you're kidding me. That was probably the biggest like data loss I've ever suffered, because that was unrecoverable data. Like, damn. It was heartbreaking to hear that, to say the least. Like, I called Mom, and I was crying, like, over this. But it was at that point that I decided that I'm going to be a little more careful with data. I'm noticing something. I feel like this ear is a little long, but I want it to stay that long, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it. Well, anyway, sorry for repeating that story. Blah. I'm gonna make it like she's wagging her tail. The Lukis and their feathery fur tails. Salukis. Salukis. Holy shit, that went way out there. Sorry. Yeah, I said Salukis and their feathery tails. Didn't even draw her other foot. So Jackson and Rose did have a baby. I don't remember her name. That's pretty bad. I even made like this big, high effort picture of her birth. Like, it was a girl, yes. Like, you know how that touching moment is when a mother's holding her baby for the very first time? That's effectively what I drew when it came to Jackson and Rose and their new daughter. It was a traditional piece, and I did like a dang hospital bed and everything, and she was breastfeeding her daughter, and Jackson was telling her, "I love you." It was the sweetest, wholesome picture I've ever put on paper. But it was a lot of effort. Holy shit. Man, I love Tanukis. It's like, what? Okay, we can skip this one. I am very glad to hear that. I was starting to have my doubts before, but now it's starting to actually shape up into something. Taking a bit longer than I anticipated, but I really don't mind. I would rather it look good. Rose deserves it. Alright, I'm gonna finally move on to coloring. Almost 2 hours in. Oh, ooh. Yeah, nice lilac color. Ah. Oh, please learn from someone else. Please. Do yourself a favor. I'm not kicking myself or downing myself for, like, but, dude, go get an art book. Do something I didn't do. taught myself this whole time, and that's partially why I'm bad, like, at shaping things up quickly or nicely, or anatomy in general. Okay, well, you can take a look at the sketch and see where I started. I mean, you saw, like, from the beginning, I always start with a circle and get a general point where I want things to start. Like, you know, the classic, like, cross through. But, you know, some people do better by just drawing out the shape first before adding, like, the circle. I don't know. Everybody learns differently and processes things differently. Like, processes the procedure of drawing differently. Ah, stop! Why are you bleeding through? Guess what? Pink nose! Rose is one of the few characters I have that has a pink nose. It's freaking cute! Nosy nosy. I hate when it bleeds through like that. What's this? Oh. Hoffman compilation. I don't know if I want to hear this one or not. We'll hear it for just this one. Cause it's a bop. Next. I'm gonna give Danger Butt flashbacks. Real quick though, I have to go to the bathroom. It's really weird because I was gonna shade her a little bit and then go probably stop. But let me do a quick BRB. It's got instant death traps. You know it's the final level. I'm being reckless. Ah! Get up there. Get up there. Whatever. Oh. Sandy? Stop that. Stop it! I am legitimately stuck. I'm legitimately stuck. Hold on. Back up. Yeah, she's having a good time. Whee! Oof. This is dangerous as hell. Whee! Well, we wanted down. We got down.
Goodbye, shark. Oh no!
Hang on. Oh my lord. Oh no. It's a madhouse. Uh-oh. I dropped my big sword. Oh. Run, run, run. Holy shit. There's a chance it might automatically play. I just love how sassy Bryson looks in that bottom left corner. Oh, I'm turning around. There we go. Here I am. Whew. Alright, I feel better now. just gonna do some really basic shading. I also forgot to draw her ear markings. I gotta get to that. Yeah. Yeah. How do you add color to your shading without shading? Like with... Fuck, what I was gonna say. How do you add shading, color to your shading without coloring it? Like, because at what point are you just changing the color? Like here, I'm not sure if I want to go with a blue light or a tan light. Ah, wrong layer. Damn. I'd imagine a bed that she was laying on would not reflect a whole lot of light. I would hope. She don't need to be laying on no holographic bed sheets. God. But if you can see it, it radiates color, especially on the white. Okay. You're worrying me. No. Yeah, and I don't. Like, I probably still need a lot of work on my shading. it was definitely one of my weak spots, which is why I like took so many commissions exclusively as shading, so that I could hopefully provide a better appearance. I'll ignore that. Sorry. Just thinking up an impossible scenario. Like an impossible burger. Hmm. Ah. Well, okay, never mind. What am I, bro? What am I doing? This ain't even the right direction. Hmm. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, not blur, smudge. I recognize them eugenics. They need to put eugenics on Switch. I just want more Steam things on Switch so that I can carry it with me. I don't want to buy a Steam Deck. Expensive. All right, Steam. I need you to upload all of your library to the Nintendo Switch, please. I don't want to buy a Switch. I don't want to buy a Steam Deck. That's why I want Elden Ring on the Switch. Like, it's coming to the Switch. Yes, it's coming to the Switch, but it's not the same as a Steam Deck, unfortunately. Where it probably is a Steam Deck, I could probably mod it to be a randomizer, which makes it infinitely more entertaining. But it's like, you know. Put on shirt. Okay. Oh, you know, that kind of looks less like shading and more like markings. Don't worry, I think that's the only 2 songs on this playlist from Eugenics. Hmm. Why am I leaning forward so much? Holy shit.
Look at this wolf just throwing away money.
Shush me. Silence, wolf. It's originally from Bad Piggies, which was a spin-off of Angry Birds. But it's in the format of Super Mario World 3 for some reason. Not quite. It was uploaded by someone random here. Quit coughing. You say it. Saw this on Twitter once. That's kind of where I was going with that. I saw this on a toothpaste ad once. Oh, it does not really work with not enough blur. I need to be careful. Really just kind of going down my liked playlist, which is more or less just a bunch of stuff that I've hit the like button on, you know. Okay, that didn't work. How did I do it before? I think what I did was... Welcome home from work. Did this once before. Well, that's what happened. I have to go. Okay. Damn it. Trying to make it not look like her eyes are so foggy. Now it just looks too murky. It's not really adding a whole lot of texture, which is what I was going for. I was just making it darker by accident. I did this once before in a commission, and it worked. It just worked fantastically, and now it's just like, not so much. Whatever. I need to move on. Got stuff I want to do. Oops. Okay. Is the eye highlight still a little bit too distracting? Okay. Alright, y'all. Some may be disappointed, but I forgot to color something in. But I may end off shortly. I just really wanted to draw a rose last night, and couldn't pull myself to do it. So, what I mean by disappointed is we got people who were coming in to get freebies, and I was like, well, about that. I gotta draw my dog. Can't make up my mind on what level of shading I want to accept here. Alright, let's find a raid target. I'm mentally and creatively spent. Let's raid. It's an egg. I guess. I haven't raided them in a while. Even though we just collabed yesterday. No, actually, wait. Maybe? Yeah. Gonna raid it tonight. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We're gonna do something Pokemon related. I don't know what, but we're gonna do something Pokemon related. Yeah. So, you guys get some rest, get some food if you need to. This has been a drawing session for good old Rose here. It's been a long, long time since I've drawn Rose. And meant it, you know. Alrighty, there's a copyright message if y'all want to use it, and I'll see you guys later. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the night playing Pal World, if I'm being completely honest. because the new update came out today and it looks pretty good. So, looks really good actually. So yeah, you guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow for Pokemon stuff. Still trying to figure that out, what I'm doing. Alright, bye for now.